Welcome to the 8-5A Baseball Region Update Show. I'm your host, Buster Crumpton, coming to you from a very chilly and breezy A.B. Weathersby Field here in Athens, Georgia, home of the Clarke Central Gladiators. We're going to try to bring you these shows once a week to give you an update on the region, how we stand, how we're competing against each other. But it would not do the region justice if we didn't touch on a little bit of what happened in non-region play in the first 2.5 weeks of 2013. And we're fixing to go through that scenario right now as we bring you the updated Region 8-5A standings. And as we go through these standings, we're going to go through each team and what they did in non-region play. Looking at the standings right now as they stand as of today, March 19th, 2013, Loganville's in first place at 2-0. They've already scored 20 runs in region play. They beat Cedar Shoals twice, most recently a 9-4 win in Loganville. Loganville for non-region play this year in 2013 was 6-1. They also came out of the gates ranked number 14 by Baseball of America nationally. They're currently ranked number 2 in 5A polls throughout the state of Georgia. Clint Frazier, David Mayo, Logan Maddox, David Milligan all are off to great starts this season. Loganville, one of the few teams in the state that is loaded with veteran talent, 7 seniors and 9 juniors. Salem plays at Loganville tonight in region play. That'll be a big game between two schools that are not very far apart from each other. Second place is Flowery Branch. Flowery Branch is at 1-0. They've scored 11 runs. They beat Clarke Central last Friday 11-4. In non-region play this year, Flowery Branch just over 500 at 5-4. C.J. Nevin, Drew Miles, and Jonathan Hughes, the big parts of the offense for the Branch this year. Flowery Branch will play a makeup game that got rained out last night on Monday here at A.B. Weathersby tonight, as they'll play Clarke Central in the second game of their series. Also tied for second place, the Gainesville Red Elephants, the region newcomer. Gainesville has shown everybody that they're not scared to play any sport. They won the state championship in football. They finished up runner-up in basketball just a week ago to a mighty Miller Grove team. Gainesville's off to a 1-0 start. They defeated Winder, who's also ranked very high in the state polls. They beat them 7-0 in Gainesville. They'll make the return trip to Winder this evening to play Winder after a rain out last night for the rubber match of that series. That'll be a very big game. Gainesville played 8-0 ball in non-region play. They were also ranked by Baseball of America nationally number 17. They're number 1 currently in the 5A poll. The Red Elephants have played 9 games this year. 7 of the games did not even go past 5 innings. Six of the games were shutouts. A big part of that reason, Michael Geddes, their ace, has been pitching lights out all year long. Skylar Weber has provided a lot of firepower on offense as well. Gainesville, trust me, will be a rude, big bully before this region's over, and they're going to make their presence known and felt throughout the region. Trust me with the Gainesville Red Elephants. Also tied for number 2 and in the 4th slot's Appalachia. Appalachia playing over 500 ball. They're 6-5 on the year. They're 1-0 in region play. They beat Heritage 3-0 last Friday at Heritage at the Big Blue Wall. Appalachia may be the surprise team in the region this year. They had road victories in non-region play over Statesboro, Decula, North Oconee, and Heritage. To start off region play, all baseball powerhouses. Appalachia's on the rise. Keep your eyes out for the Wildcats. In the 5th slot, they have yet to play a region game this year, is Salem, the Seminoles, coached by Chad Kitchens down there in Conyers, Georgia. They will play their first region game tonight at Loganville. In non-region play, Salem was 7-2. Salem was averaging over 12 runs per game during non-region play. A big part of that offense was Reed Hill, Zach Bailey, and Garrett Needham on the mound, all off to great starts. Salem will make some noise before this region race is over. In the 6th spot, Clarke Central Gladiators 0-1. They lost to Flowery Branch last Friday. Non-region play, Clarke Central was 3-6. Clarke's gotten great pitching this year from Patrick Matthews and Luke Scoba, but they've just had a little bit of a problem hitting the ball and scoring runs when they've got runners on base. And they've had a problem with the errors this year. They've been averaging 4 a game. If they can cut some of that stuff down and get some runners in scoring position to actually cross the plate, I think you'll see Clarke ruin some of the other teams' hopes to get in that fourth playoff spot as the year goes on. In the also tied for the sixth spot, the Heritage Patriots, 0-1. They lost to Appalachia last Friday. Non-region play, Heritage wound up 1-7. Heritage has had a little bit of a problem with the balance this year. They're only scoring 4 runs a game while they're giving up 7. Not a traditional Heritage team that we're used to seeing put up those big runs per contest. They've got 3 great juniors in Bazzani, Sutton, and Martin that need to get it going. But they're off to rough starts here in 2013. They just need to get those juniors going and just watch Heritage as the year goes. They'll probably pull it together and get the right pieces of the puzzle figured out and present problems for anybody in this region as well. Sitting down low in the region standings, but that's because they played 1 game against Gainesville. That's Winder-Barrow, 0-1. They haven't scored a run because they faced the Geddes kid up in Gainesville, who only allowed 3 hits. But Winder-Barrow, 5-1 in non-region play, ranked currently number 4 in the state in the 5A poll. Travis DeMeritt and Blake Oviedo pitching real good for the Dogs right now. The Dogs will absolutely be in a fighting position with Loganville and Gainesville for this region championship before it's said and done. They play Gainesville tonight at Winder-Barrow, and by the way, one of the most beautiful parks in the region over there in Winder. And then down at the bottom, Cedar Shoals 0-2. They've scored 4 runs this year. They've played both games against Loganville, understandably so, while they are sitting at 0-2. Cedar Shoals in region play had a lot of rainouts and really couldn't get any momentum going. They were 1-5 in non-region play. They need Jose Casas and Arjun Patel and Barrett Woods to get it going to be competitive in this region. Cedar Shoals at the bottom of the region. That's your region standings here on March 19th, 2013. And just want to say that Chris Crumpton, our engineer, has been doing a great job of telecasting all the home games for the Clarke Central Gladiators, bringing them to the internet on demand. So right now we're going to take a quick look at some varsity highlights. These are some web gems, courtesy of the pitcher Patrick Matthews, the shortstop Hunter Cutts, and first baseman Tucker Crumpton. Let's go to those highlights. Again, another great job by Chris Crumpton, our engineer. He does a great job filming those games. He's worked out the multi-angles this year. We get a shot from the home dugout for players up close at the home plate. And then, of course, our very widely known behind the backstop shot that we've got behind home plate at A.B. Weathers. We feel it makes one of our shots one of the more special places to watch a game on Play on Sports and on GITV. Now we're going to go to the segment of the show that I like best, and that's where we recognize players from the region and from Clarke Central who are doing very well. This will be a first this year as we have a very first Region Coach of the Week, and we polled a few people out there in the internet land, and we got the results in, and our Region Coach of the Week goes to Mike Cavey of Appalachia. Coach Cavey's gotten the Wildcats off to a great start. 1-0 in region play and playing over 500 for the season at 6-5. Some of the wins to make note of have been a 10-3 win over Statesboro at Statesboro, a 14-4 win over Archer at Archer, a 6-5 win over Decula, and a 5-3 win over North Oconee. And don't forget they started region playoff with a 3-0 shutout over Heritage at the Big Blue Wall in Conyers. So Coach Cavey's got Appalachia hitting on all cylinders, it seems like. They're averaging just over 6 runs per contest. I think the Chi could very well be playing for a 4th spot this year in the region with a little help from some others. Appalachia Coach Michael Cavey, congratulations for getting Region 8-5A Coach of the Week. Now we'll direct our attention to the Region 8-5A Player of the Week, and that this week goes to Clint Frazier of Loganville. Clint is currently ranked the #1 player in America according to several MLB scout services. Frazier has 5 homers thus far this season, and some of them have been absolutely tape measure shots from what I hear around the internet and stuff. He had 2 homers against #3 nationally ranked Grayson, a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. Look for Clint to guide a very seasoned bunch of Red Devils, again, as we noted before, 7 seniors and 9 juniors to another state championship run. Clint Frazier, although he's committed to UGA, folks, the way he's playing, I don't know if you'll ever see him in the red and black. I think he'll probably go straight to the big leagues, and you'll see him playing every other night on some kind of cable station or satellite network somewhere. But once again, our Region Player of the Week, Clint Frazier. Congratulations of Loganville, Region 8-5A Player of the Week. Now we'll go to our homeboys, our Clarke Central Gladiators, and we'll start off with the varsity. And a guy that has stepped up in recent weeks and played very well has been Clarke Central senior Tucker Crumpton for the varsity. Tucker, a senior, has been a big stick, driving in a lot of RBIs this year for the Gladiators. He's also been playing great defense at first base, as you saw in the highlights a while ago. Tucker's a 2-sport star athlete for the Gladiators, having recently been named to the 8-5A All-Region First Team in football as an offensive lineman. Look for Tucker to excel well in baseball during his senior season. Congratulations again to Tucker Crumpton, our Clarke Central Varsity Player of the Week. For Clarke Central Junior Varsity, this kid's really going to be something amazing, somebody to keep your eyes on. The Junior Varsity Player of the Week is Jacora Arnold. Jacora Arnold is a hard-hitting 8th grader from Clarke Middle School. He's displayed a knack for going with the pitch, does smart running on the base pass, and plays a very solid defense for Coach Nick Wegman. Look for big things in the years to come for this rising 8th grader. Congratulations, Jacora Barra, our Junior Varsity Clarke Central Player of the Week. That's going to do it for our first edition of the Region 8-5A Update Show. This, I guess it'll be about the 3rd week of March. I know we've got 5 Fridays, 5 Saturdays, and 5 Sundays this month. It only happens once every 800 years. But this program's only going to happen once a week. So just please tune us in, check us out. We'll try to keep you abreast of what's going on in the region, the state standings, the region polls as well. We're going to take you out with another clip of the highlights. I'm Buster Crumpton, wanting to say so long for everybody with GITV.